Heyo, Vegas Persona 3 Reload fan here, and today we are going to be throwing hands in Persona 3 Persona 3 Reload. So in this video we are going to be talking about a mod that lets you use multiple different weapons for the protagonist, and including FemC. So with that said, get your stop signs ready, and we're going to stop the shadows from infiltrating the seas. But this mod is essentially very, very cool because it lets the protagonist finally use different weapons within the game. A feature that was in Persona 3 and Persona 3 Fez. For whatever reason, it was removed. I have no idea why, other than to save on costs, and just developing one animation for the protagonist was just the easiest way to just make it more consistent. How do we get that protagonist more abilities when he's in Tartarus, like the when he's running around and doing the up slash. I forget what it's called right now, but you're seeing it on screen. It's a very stylish move, I will admit. I can't complain with that. But with that said, even though it does primarily look great in combat, there is definitely some jankiness with the animations here and there. And that, I believe, is kind of tolerable because obviously this was a feature that wasn't in Reload to begin with. So it's just cool to see this finally just being here and existing. So the only way they were actually able to do this was reusing the other party members' animations with the weapons. So, with that said, the only way to make it more fluid and not so jank would be to essentially recreate the entire animation, which honestly would take a lot of time, which is completely understandable. But anyone can contribute to this that would be good at doing animations and recreating animations for especially UE4. However, with that said, while FemC does work with this mod, there is some issues because this mod is primarily made for Makoto, not Katone. But for the most part, if you use the default outfit, you're more than likely not going to experience as many issues as if you were to use a different outfit, which in my case was the Mr. Mew hoodie. And her skirt was just up and just warped. I was like, what the hell? It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. So the one thing that I was half expecting is when I equipped Koromaru's weapon is that it would use Koromaru's skeleton still, and the character would just like be morphed into like Koromaru's animations. Luckily, that doesn't happen because it'd probably be extremely cursed, and so help me if someone starts putting like different characters with Koromaru's animations. Oh god, that thing is gonna be cursed. I don't know why I gave anybody the idea to do that. It's just an intrusive thought that I would be like, oh, this would be really funny, but luckily that doesn't happen. It just uses the default sword holding animation. But oh god, I was just thinking of how cursed that would have been if I did inevitably equip that and that did happen. Now if someone makes that happen, well, you're gonna see something cursed and you might not ever want to play Persona 3 Reload again. But that's okay. That's okay. But with that said, I really like this mod. I think it's cool to have if you were interested in using multiple different weapons for a New Game Plus, and just having a fuzz feature that wasn't originally within Reload when it released. So with that said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe if you want to see more modding content like this for the Persona series, along with this Persona discussion videos and other things like Kingdom Hearts 4 discussions, because I'm really excited for Kingdom Hearts 4 and we finally got more news on it, along with Final Fantasy and that other cool stuff. Metaphor I am actually playing through right now and looking to beat finally, so I'm really enjoying that game and gotten to sort of a flow state with it, so I really can't wait to talk about that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.